Welcome to Donut Donny's Retro channel. Today we are looking at another retro classic. To keep in track of all the releases that I do on my YouTube channel, the obvious way to keep track is to subscribe. And it's Donut Donny. If you're here already watching this video, then you probably have already subscribed, so thank you very much. If not, then please click that subscribe button. This will give you regular updates on when videos have been released. Most of them are released on Saturdays around 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and but sometimes we do have some releases during the midweek, so it's worth subscribing if you haven't. If you have already subscribed, then thank you very much. Hello everyone, Donut Donny here. Welcome to episode 82 of the Retro Management series, where we're looking at classic 8-bit, mostly on a Spectrum, games released in the early 80s right up to the 90s, and in some cases even further than then. We're going further into the series now, and we're now hitting games that are loosely connected to football, soccer, and we've still got some big hitters, and this is one such big hitter. Before we start the episode, obviously, it's by the time of this recording, it's just a couple of days before Christmas, so happy Christmas to everyone watching this. Hope you have a great festive period, and yeah, let me know if what you got, maybe, if you want to. Uh, and yeah, I hope you have a great couple of days off, if you do have days off, of course, and happy New Year celebrations in just over 10 days' time as well. It seems odd me saying this by the time this recording, because as you all know, if you've been watching these episodes quite regularly, is that I actually record these 5-6 months ahead of schedule in case anything happens. So I'm actually recording this in June 2024. So, and this episode doesn't come out for me for another 6 or 7 months time, but that's how far ahead I do record episodes. But we wanted to make this Christmas episode quite a special one, so this is going to be quite a lengthy episode, so a little bit of warning there for everyone. The game we're definitely going to look at is actually the biggest released non-management football game on the Spectrum, as in sales, and it's Emlyn Hughes International Soccer. A lot of you must have heard of this game. A lot of you have probably played this game. I remember playing this game back in 1989, had a lot of fun. I must warn you though, I'm not very good at these type of games. I'm more of a management type person than a actual playing football or soccer on the computer. But we have to talk about how great this game was, and I have gone into it about an hour ago, and I tried playing it, and I can see why so many people like it. This is, I think, the only similar game to this is probably Match Day 2, which was released a couple of years before this. But this was definitely a step up. I can see why it was the most popular non-management football game on the Spectrum. So let's look at the details. We'll take a little bit longer looking at the reviews and everything, because I think it deserves it, and then we'll go into the game. So again, if you're expecting this video to be, say, 20-25 minutes long, then you might be a bit shocked to see that this could be a 30-plus-minute episode, but we'll wait and see. So anyway, let's go into the basic details first. So Emlyn Hughes International Soccer, released in 1989 by Audiogenic Software Limited. There's 5 creators, but I think there was mostly 2 of them doing most of the work. On the ZX Spectrum 48K, but of course you could have it on the 128 and also the Plus 3 if you wanted to. It was a full price game, $9.95. This price was $14.95. Available also on various other formats. Spectrum, obviously, Amiga, Amstrad, Atari, and the Commodore 64. The average magazine score was about 75%. We will look at various reviews because it does vary with some magazines. Like, some magazines really liked it, some magazines didn't like it. But there you go, publication. It was the most successful non-management football game on a ZX Spectrum, reaching number 2 position in sales in 1989. Only Robocop, and that was a really good game actually, Robocop, remaining listed in the top 10 for full price games through to August 1991, and then it was released on budget. So we'll just go through all the little scores here. This is World of Computing website I'm looking at, by the way. Spectrum Computing, sorry. You can see it was released in 1989, then re-released as a budget game, which I believe, look at the price drop, back down at $3.99 in 1989 by Touchdown UK. Here's the team again. It's also available on compilations. It was part one of a two-game series. I think many of you didn't realise there was actually a second game. That was Emlyn Hughes Arcade Quiz, which we will be reviewing in a future episode. So keep a lookout for that. Here's the screens. Obviously, some of this is quite familiar to you. We'll skip down there, and then what I'll show you is what else you get. So we'll look at the reviews, obviously. So the first thing is, who is Emlyn Hughes? Because a lot of you probably might not know who he was. Well, he was a very, very good footballer, amazing footballer. He started a career in Blackpool, but he's mostly famous for being a player for Liverpool in the 70s and early 80s, and also into the 70s until 1979 when he moved to Wolves. He was captain of Liverpool. He was also captain of England. He then became a TV personality. He was one of the captains in Question Sport here in the UK for many years. He played football from 1964 to 1984. Sadly, died 20 years later in 2004 from a brain tumor, just 57 years old. But he was an amazing player. And this is all the history in Wikipedia if you want to go and look at it. Tells you everything about himself. If you can see up here, there's Emlyn Hughes. He's there. Yeah, great player, and he was a very nice guy from what I can see from the TV. I've never met him, but he was a bubbling personality, very popular. So we'll go to the reviews. Here's the first review, and this was Your Sinclair 1989, Emlyn Hughes International Soccer. And the reviewer just simply by the time of this game coming out, there were so many football games out already. So he says, but is it any good? Well, we are happily past the day of the truly craps football scene. Remember Super Soccer, which I think we will be looking at later. Remember the first Gary Lineker game. We will look at those later in the series. But although this is perfectly playable, it's hard to recommend it over the real old favourites. So this reviewer actually doesn't really like it. It's kind of a cross between an arcade game and a management game. But we will look at it in a minute. But yeah, he says the menu system's quite awkward. Yes, I think it is actually quite awkward, which we'll go to. Hence why I had to go into it an hour or so ago just to see how to get around the menu system. And one of the first little mini problems I was hit by it was that I didn't know how to select my team, how to actually play it, because when I started playing a friendly game, before I knew it, I was actually trying to move my players around, but I didn't realize it was actually the two computers. The computer was playing both sides. So I thought, I wonder why my players are moving around and I'm not pressing the keys. You have to actually go into the game and pick your own team and then type your own name in to get your team. Bit confusing. But anyway, this reviewer here gave it a 5 out of 10. He just didn't like it. But if you have match day 2 of any football style games, you don't really need this. I certainly don't. So this guy didn't really like it because he thought it was a bit too menu system wasn't that great. Yeah, so we'll look at Sinclair user review then, same time. But you can see here, totally different. This guy really liked it. Excuse me for the menu screen looking, the review looking a bit odd, but it looks like on this magazine they like doing it at an angle. So if you're turning your head reading this, you're not the only one. If there's anyone who can be Kusabino friendly, it's Aaron Hemlin. Yeah, he's very, very funny guy. Whatever you call him, the plain simple fact, it's not many people like Emlyn, even Princess Anne Hayden. Well, that's another story. This is done by 4 pull-down menus that can between them carry more than 50 options. They range from normal things like load and save, as well as things select a team, play and start a cup, seasonal and league. Yeah, so many options in this game. You can also change the length of time of the half, the colours of the team, obviously. Yeah, what sets this game is the huge amount of options and advanced control system. First things first, the options. There's quite a lot amount of messing about and tweaking you can do. Yeah, so you're either going to love with all the option settings, or you're going to hate it, depending how patient you are. But here in Sinclair User Magazine, they really, really did like the game. The review actually is that 91%. They think it's the best football game ever. I don't think it is, um, but it's certainly very good. So let's look at Crash Magazine. Crash gave it 70%. Let's just go straight to the reviewers and Mike. Well, someone we must like, Emlyn Hughes, and that person's quite literally pleased with international soccer, though my first impressions of the game were that it wasn't very good, to say the least. Preservance makes it a bit better. After 2 or 3 hours, it becomes quite bearable. 10 quid though, it's a lot to pay for a game. Personally, I don't think it's worth it. Playability is alright. It seems to be free from annoying bugs, but the addictiveness largely depends on how you feel about football. Um, it's one of the better Spectrum soccer games though, and I enjoyed it playing it, 66%. And then, yeah, here's the review here. General rating, a brave attempt to combine football management and arcade skill, which doesn't quite come off. So yeah, this is kind of trying to be a mixture of Matchday 2 and Classic Football Manager series. The 3D view of the pitch is similar to using Matchday 2, scrolling horizontal to follow the ball. A single player is controlled at a time, indicated by a point above his head. Yeah, the indicator is not that big. But that was a Crash Magazine. Your Sinclair, now this is when it was then started to be released on budget, and you can see suddenly the rating jumps up because as a budget game, oh, it's definitely worth it. Here it got 85% because of the amount of options and people just enjoyed it. And then also just to a nice little extra here is that when you select your side, you can select a number of standard international teams, 8 international teams. That's the full view of the pitch. And you can see here, these are all the teams that are pre-selected when you go in the game. Obviously, all this can change. You can change each of the player names. You can change it into 8 clubs if you want from various countries, entirely up to you. So that's what, yeah, that's how in detail this game is. So let's go into the game itself because I'm sure you really want to see it. So we will load it up. Just get my software started. There you go, it's already loaded up. Please define the control method for player 1. So obviously I'm going to be player 1, so I'm going to try keyboard. Fire. Now I can't use the spacebar, oddly. Right, P, left, down A, Q, A. Is this correct? Yes. There's not going to be a player 2, but I have got my Xbox controller thinking it's a Kempston, so just in case. Is this correct? Yes. And then here is the options screen. So when you first look into the game, you're thinking, oh, is that it? Doesn't look very good. But of course, when you click options, if I click the M key, you get all these options. So you've got duration, 1 player against 2 player. Do you want extra time? Do you want to view the computer games? Home and away. So you can go home and away. This is for the league. You can practice if you want to. So I might do practice actually skill level. So various skill levels of the opposition. So they can be very good or very hopeless like me. Equals skill. I'll click yes actually. Back heels, you can do back heels. Kick directions 1. So I'm sure you can do more than 1 kick direction. Oh, there you go. Kick directions 3. Auto goalie, yeah. Auto reselect. Points for a win. No, points for a win should be different. 3 points. Substitutes. Can you change the substitutes? Just to 2. Okay, exit menu. Colors. Now the spectrum is limited into what you can actually have because on the spectrum you can only change the pitch colors and the player colors. On the Amiga, I've been told, and the ST, you can actually change the strips as well. But we don't need to do much. So let's do something. Oh, green and green. That's a good one, isn't it? I like yellow and black, oddly. I know which is an odd mix. Let's do yellow and black, see if we can do that. There we go, yellow and black. 'Cause it's easier for you guys to look on the screen and easier for me because I'm slightly colorblind as well. So exit menu there. So you go to game. Now this is the main screen. So you can see here, play match. Now if I went straight away to play match, that would be the computer against the computer, which took me a while to figure out how to do that, why that was doing that. So what you have to do, you have to edit team. Here we go. And I guess you can actually edit the team name. You can. So I could put Donut United, which is cool. And oops, delete that. If I can press the delete key. No, no, it's not. Okay, I have to find a delete key. Oh, it doesn't really matter. Oops, no, that doesn't matter this time. So, oops, go back donut. Of course, I'm using a PC keyboard, so it makes it a little bit more tricky. There we go. Oops, I'm trying to now get out of this screen, so I need to go backspace, spacebar. That's it. Spacebar, spacebar. Okay, enter. There we go. Yeah, get the arrow back. And now here's what I went wrong last time. It took me ages to figure this out. I have to press that. Is it going to let me do it? No, it's not going to let me do it this time. Played by. Okay, it's not letting me do it. I can see why people think this game is quite irritating at times, because it is a little bit irritating. Okay, that's right. Okay, edit team. Play. I don't want it to be played by the computer. I want it played by me. So is it M? Yeah, there we go. Done it this time. So played by Donut. Oops, it's the because my fire key is the M key. I have to press enter. There you go. The arrow card is back, and now I can change any of these players' names if I want to. So player 6 looks pretty decent. So I'm going to put Donut. Oh, M key. I keep forgetting my M key is the fire key, not the space bars I keep pressing. Donut. Enter. Yep, that's quite simple. So Donut's playing at player number 6. I can put, you know, you can put any names in. So here, that gives you the option of changing any player names. You can change your team name as well. So we go back to the game menu. M key, of course. That is right. I keep forgetting M key is my return key on here. So I can play match, arrange friendly, pick team, postpone match, start cup, start league, start season. You can even have a whole season. So I can see so much enjoyment people can have on here. Displays is the final menu. Show teams, shows players, fixtures and table by week, by team. All's good. So obviously we're going to go into the game option, and we're going to go into let's play match. Donut United against Holland. I think Holland or Netherlands will be computer. So there's a team. I don't want to space. I don't want. And there you go. You can hear a bit of sound. Now, have I chosen the right colours here? I think I have. Now, again, I'm hopeless at these games. I must warn you. So I'm kicking from left to right, I think. There we go. There's me on the ball now. So I have to hold the fire button for kicking, would you believe it? Oh, look, it's gone straight through. Oh, that would have been one of the quickest goals in history. Oh, still learning. So of course you can change the pitch color and everything on here, which is really cool. Again, I'm on the ball again. I'm trying to do passes here. Yeah, but I keep. Oh, well, that pass did work. Oh, where's the goalie going? Oh, good save by the goalie. Oh, oh, of course, the computer's the same level as me. That's why. So the computer's hopeless as well. Oops. I can't get oh, there's a sliding tackle there. I'm trying to shoot from an angle. This is why I put the game on the same level as me. It gives you many chances to choose. So let's see if I can actually pass the ball. There we go. I actually passed the ball back. Okay, oh there. I'm learning now. That was an angle ball. So Oh, I'm still shooting. Let's see if I can get a bit of volume on the ball this time. If I hold the... There we go. You have to press the M button, the fire button, for a period of time for the power of the shot. And you can header the ball again. This is the one of the rare times I've actually seen that you can header the ball. I think the only time I can see it was match day 2. Now, I'm going to purposely not kick the ball. I'm going to see if the computer is actually doing anything. Or is it just me? Yeah, I can see why I'm winning this very easily because somehow in this game the computer is... Oh, I stopped myself from scoring a goal there. Uh, Holland are not being played by anyone. It's actually meant to be player 2. So even I'm playing against no one, I'm still struggling. So that's a corner, actually. Yeah, it's a corner. But it's good. It gives you a good indication of what happens. So a corner's going to be taken. Don't know how a corner gets... Oh, yeah, there you go. The ball's in the air, but there's no one there. Oh, okay, we're going to call this a practice game because I'm playing against no one here. And I'm actually doing, yeah, I'm actually doing pretty badly. Again, you have to keep hold the fire button. There we go, and you can see the power of the ball is quicker, but I can't shoot at angles, it seems. So this is just me having shots against the computer, basically. But it gives me good practice. There you go, that's me trying to do a pass there, and it was an awful one. Now, this is going to be interesting. It's player 2, even though player 2... Oh, it does throw the ball, even though there's no player 2. So I'm running, running, running. Oh, good shot. Oh, it went in. I don't know. I think the goalie saved it, but I ran still and I followed it up and it went in. So we'll carry on playing this game and play the second half, even though, again, it's just me. But you can see, I can see a lot of people having fun or had fun playing this. I can see why this was done so well sales-wise. Oh, goal kick. I'm trying to do the match day 2 tactic where you can shoot from an angle, but I somehow can't shoot from an angle very well. Probably this is, luckily this is why we've got this happening. It's just me at the moment. But yeah, if you press the M key, my fire key, for a long time, it gives you a bit more power on the ball. But when I'm trying to kick the ball at an angle, most of the time it's just letting me shoot straight, which is not what I wanted. I want, like for instance, I want to pass that guy at the top of the screen there. So I'm trying to do that ball there. Oh, that worked that time. Looks like I know actually what I'm doing. Oh, bundle! There's actually sliding tackle. You can slide tackle here. It's best if I game pause. Game pause. There's no going back screen, sadly. There's no... I'm trying to get out of the game here, and there is no such buttons to do that. So it's half time. All the players literally go off the screen, and then they all come back again. Yeah, I'm trying to press the keyboard here to try to find a key when you can actually quit game. Oh, there we go, found it. That was just fluke. So let's change some options here. M key, duration, I don't want it to be that long. So I have to keep 6 minutes, 4 minutes, there we go, that's enough. Aim, arrange friendly. There we go, Donut United. We're going to play against, let's play against La France. And this time it is going to be me against the computer. So, and then play match. Okay, that's all good. So this time you'll see the computer actually probably beating me. Or is it? Well, that was one of the quickest goals I've ever scored. 15 seconds. I did put France as the computer, so or was the skill level so low that I think the computer's not playing. I'm trying. Let's see if I can try get this computer working. Oops, doesn't help that I'm. So I'll need to find the quit button again. This is the problem when you haven't played these games in years. You don't know the settings very well. Yeah, it's just me again. Let's see if we can do a league maybe, and then set all the just one player league. Put me in. Let's just kick this one first. Good goal. At least I've known how to score goals. Right, let's see if I can find the quit button again. There we go. The quit button I think was R or T, which is an odd. Start league. Let's start cup actually, just in case something goes wrong. Team. I don't want to be France. There we go. Ireland. No, 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 no. Don't know 9. That's it. Start cup. Yep. Okay, it's not letting me tell you what I need to do. Pick team. Here you can pick your team. So obviously this is quite an easy way of doing it. So for instance, I'm going to take Palmer out. So you move, and you see that 3, very simple, and move it down there. Quarterfinal, don't you know it's gone? Okay, so it is a cup game. And then for instance, if I want black in, so obviously you get these type of ratings. You get speed, defense, attack, fitness, match, and goals. And then goalie just is a goalie, so you get no replacement goalie. So that's really good. So for instance, I'm going to take out Hardy and put black in. There we go. So that's a little bit of management screen you see in this game, which is really cool. And we'll go back to game. Oh, actually, one thing we might do is change the colors. So exit menu. I'm getting used to this menu system now because I think that was a bit crap that actually for you guys. Let's change the, so I have to press the fire button and then move left and right. Let's go standard green. Player color. Can we have black color players? Blue, black, there we go. Exit menu, go to game, and then play match. Now this should be me against the computer. Even though it's space to swap controls, I'm not pressing space. I'm hoping it doesn't always presume that I'm playing against a player. So, is this a little bit better? No, it's sad that you can't change the strips of the players. You can only change the strip players when you're on Amiga or the ST, I've been told. You can't change it on the Spectrum due to its limited size, memory size. So anyway, let's see what happens here. Again, I don't see the computer. Okay, that's a shame. I can't get the computer to play against me. Um, it's just like what it was before. Oops. Right, yeah, it's definitely the T key. Okay, let's go back to options. It must be under the options. Duration, 1 or 2 versus computer, 1. Skill level, practice, yes. Doesn't actually say how to. Let's see, it must be this. 1 or 2 versus computer, 2 versus computer. Okay, that's not working. 1, it's got to be 1. Yeah, I have played against the computer on this before, but today it's just not letting me do it, oddly. But anyway, yeah, so many options in this game. But I'm sure a lot of you've had a lot more success than me playing this. I can remember playing this game actually on my +3, and yeah, I did really like it. I was much better at playing these games than I am now. Some crikey, 34 years later. I'm much older, obviously now. So kick directions. That must be why I couldn't do those kicks. So let's go back to 1. Exit menu. Game. Arrange friendly. Let's see if we can try do this. Arrange friendly. Yep. Donut versus. Again, I'm clicking here and it says computer, but it's just not letting me do it. And then play match. One final time. Yeah, because here it's thinking it's always going to be a player against player, and I can't get it player against computer. If I space to control, that just changes those keys. That does nothing there. There you go. If you just press spacebar, actually you can stop doing all that. So it's against me again, which is annoying. But anyway, you get the gist of the game anyway, and it's the computer's making me easily making me win these games. Cool. But yeah, it's a great game. It's a great little game. It'd be so much better if you had more than um, if I knew what I was doing. So let's just make a quick summary of them. There's plenty of options on this game. There's so many things you can do to make it into the game you want it to be. There's a little bit of sound, very basic sound. I still think Match Day 1 and 2 had the best sound when players coming out of the pitch. But there's so much of. Oh, how did I miss that? Um, there's so many things you can do to edit the game. You can edit all the players' names, you can edit all the teams' names, you can make it a local league instead of an international league. You can make it into a world club league or something if you want to. Um, yeah, selecting the players here, running on the players, running the ball is pretty easy. You just have to remember to hold the fire button when you're kicking the ball. Like that was just an easy goal. That's just me walking over the line. But again, this is me against no one though, so I should be winning this game. It's funny when you go into the game straight away, you might think it looks so basic, but when you go to those options screens, there is so many options here for you to look at. So you can change this, you can change so many things here, which is amazing to look at. It's a shame that you can only change certain pitch colors and player colors. You can't change the strips like you can do on other formats. Um, but the availability on this game to do so many things that you want to do must be applauded. So I can see why this game was so popular, and I can also see why this game sold so many copies. But anyway, that's it. That's the end of episode 82 of this Christmas episode. Again, I hope you have a great festive period. Thanks for watching this. What's your comments about this game? Please let me know in your comments. And if you haven't already, then please subscribe. That'd be great. And please send a like. If you've put likes to these videos, then it helps more people find about this great series. So we've got about another 15, 16 episodes of the Spectrum games left, and then we're going to the other formats. Obviously, when we start going to the other formats, there'll be certain limited areas where I'll be promoting these episodes. So please look at the other ways of finding out how these episodes are released, and to keep you in check. And then hopefully sometime in the new year, in 2025, we'll be moving over to the next stage of the retro series, where we'll still be looking at ZX games, but we're looking at other sports, including cricket, rugby, and Formula One, and what games were released in those formats. That'd be a great little look as well. And then we'll start looking at general Spectrum games, but I'm having loads of fun playing these football management games, and I'm hoping that you are enjoying watching this as well. Thanks to watching. If you're still here, greatly appreciated, and we'll chat to you soon. Again, happy Christmas. Hope you have a great festive period from Donut Donny. Bye bye. Another way of keeping updated of what's been released on my YouTube channel, what games I'm looking at, if I think they're brilliant, if they don't think they're brilliant, is obviously my X account, or as most people still call it, the Twitter account. If you go and search for Donut Donny, there's only one of me around, then you will find me and then send me a follow, and then this will keep you regularly updated what's been posted. Even though the main place really to look at is the YouTube channel here, I do post links to my YouTube videos, and it's definitely worth looking at. And obviously make comments on here, and I will comment back, and it will be great to hear from you. So like Spectrum Facebook group is another group that I post regularly any Spectrum related games on my YouTube channel. So if you'd like to know what's been just released or any posts I do in the channel, then please come and join us in the ZX Spectrum group. Obviously, if it's not a Spectrum game that I released on my YouTube series, then I will not post on this group. But this group is worth looking at. It's a very big group, 41,000 people at the time of this recording. And yeah, come and Ooh, lost my voice there. Come and join us. What are your thoughts about this game? Please let me know in the comments. Many thanks for watching this video. Greatly appreciated. If you like this channel, please send me a like or subscribe.